Welcome to yourfaculty.com, a premier test preparation portal for GRE, CAT and bank exams. So I'm sure you would have got chance to go through our divisibility rules video tutorial that we had prepared for numbers from 2 to 10. Now let's move on to higher numbers. So let me start with 11. Okay. So how do we check if a particular number is divisible by 11 or not? All that we have to do is add the alternate numbers. So, and then subtract it, and then subtract them. How does this happen? So let's take an example, a bigger number, or maybe I'll start with a small one and then slowly make it a big one. So 1, 4, 3, 2. All that we have to do is you need to sum these two numbers and sum these two numbers. What do you get? 1 plus 3 is 4 minus 4 plus 2 is 6. This is equal to minus 2 or whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter if it is minus or plus. So the answer that you get is 2. And this means the number, if you are getting 2, it means it is not divisible by 11. It should be either 0 or a multiple of 11. Now let's take the example of 1, 3, 6, 4. What happens in this case? Let's do 1 plus 6 is 7. 3 plus 4 is 7 is equal to 0, which means 1364 is divisible by 11. We'll take a bigger number, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 2, 1. And the question is to check if this number is divisible by 11 or not. What do? We have to sum up the numbers. 1 plus 5, 6, 6 plus 7, 13, 13 plus 3, 16, 16 plus 1, 17, minus 4 plus 6, 10, 10 plus 8, 18, 18 plus 2, 20. You get the answer. The difference is 3 or minus 3, whatever it is, which means this particular number is not divisible by 11. So I repeat it again. All that you have to do is sum up the numbers alternatively. The alternate numbers you need to sum up and then do a subtraction. Hope you understood this. It's a pretty simple one and a very useful one when you start looking at bigger numbers. So before I think we can apply a lot of such rules. For example, for 12, the easiest way to do this is check for the divisibility test of 4 and 3. That's it. Now I will explain you on 13 and few other numbers, but before that, in exams, from an examination point of view, especially in CAT and bank exams, there will be questions like if a particular number is divisible by 33. How do you do that? It's very simple, just like how we do for 12. You need to do the divisibility test for 3 and 11. Why is that so? 33 can be written in factors as 3 and 11. So 3 into 11 is 33. So we need to check if a particular number, let's say 5872. If this is a number given to you and they're asking you to check if this number is divisible by 33 or not, all that we have to do is we have to check if this number is divisible by 3 and 11. Let's try to solve this. You get 13, 13 plus 7, 20, 22. The sum is 22, which means it is not divisible by 3, and if it is not divisible by 3, it is not divisible by 33. Hope you are able to understand this. You can apply the same concept for most of the composite numbers. Let's now try for a divisibility test for 13. So in the case of 13, the game is a little bit more complex, but I think I'll be able to explain to you and it will become very easy for you. Let's start with an example. Let's take this example of 50661. How do you start this? In the case of divisibility of 13, you need to start with the last digit. In this case, it is 1. You need to multiply that number by 4 and you get 4 in this case. And what do you need to do? You need to add this number with the remaining numbers. The remaining numbers are 5066 plus 4, which is equal to 5070. Now, repeat the process again. We divide this like this, multiply this number by 4, the answer is 0, and then you add the remaining numbers. You get 507. Again, split this up. Multiply this number by 4, you get 28. You sum this up with 50 and you get 78. And is 78 divisible by 13? We can stop at this stage. Is 78 divisible by 16? By 13? Yes. 78 is basically 13 into 6. So we know that through this process we will be able to arrive if 50661 is divisible by 13 or not. Please understand, we have not tried to solve the problem here by doing a division or anything. If a big number like this is given and you're asked to check if this number is divisible by 13 or not, this is one easy technique for you to adopt. Now, when I say 13, in the exam you may not get it as 13. The numbers that you will get in the exam is basically 39. You might have to check if particular number is divisible by 39 or not. If a particular number is divisible by 65 or not. In such cases, what do? We just need to divide. Basically, there are two factors of 39. It is 3 and 13. So we need to check the divisibility test for 3. We need to check the divisibility test for 13. And if it satisfies both the conditions, then that particular number is divisible by 13. You know the technique for 3. Please watch our earlier video on divisibility test. We have done it from 2 to 10 there. You can watch that. You will understand how to do for 3. And similarly for 13, I explained it over here. You can use that and do it. Okay, so for 65, how do we do it? It's basically a multiple of 5 and 13. So what happens? You need to check if that particular number is divisible by 5. You know how it is. It is either the last digit is either 5 or 0, or if it is divisible by 13 or not. So please try out certain numbers, and if you have any feedback or if you have any difficulty, please drop in an email at info@urfaculty.com. I'm writing it over here. info@urfaculty.com. We should be able to solve this and send it back to you. If you have any queries, we can have a call or a live classes also. We do that. So we'll be able to solve this problem for you. I'm sure you would have understood the concept. It's pretty simple. You just need to concentrate a bit and do a step-by-step procedure. You'll be able to solve this problem. Do like us in our Facebook page and also visit our LinkedIn page. We post a lot of blogs informing you about the upcoming exams, and do subscribe to our videos. We have a lot more interesting stuff coming our way. Thank you.